afternoon. This is Mark Harrison with Sewerline Check Professionals. I'm here at 127 West Ellis Avenue in Inglewood, and I'm preparing to do a video examination of the main sewer line system here on the property for Andre Rivera. Now, the main sewer line is the portion of the waste drainage piping that is exterior to the structures. It lies underground and connects the building drain line systems to the public sewer. The building drain line systems then are the portion or portions of the waste drainage piping that are underneath or interior to the structures. Our examination today is not focusing on that building drain line system, so if further evaluation is desired regarding the building drain line system, a licensed plumbing contractor should be contacted, or a specialty building drain line video examination can be set up through our office. All right, so I'm going to be beginning my examination at the guest structure or outbuilding here in the backyard, and I'm around the back, and we've got a 3-inch clean-out access here. Go ahead and pull that cap. This is located just outside the rear door. The garage is behind us. So we'll get in here and we'll push through. Get into our main drain, and then we're pushing out, kind of at an angle outside the side of the building. We're going to be running, guessing over towards the driveway area and turning and running up along the right side of the main house. We've got a combination of materials here. We had some ABS plastic piping underneath, and this looks like cast iron pipe, or it could be plastic with just some debris buildup in it. Kind of hard to see. It does look like plastic, and there's just some sort of debris hanging around in the pipe. Or it could be newer iron. I think it is newer iron. By the way, the system does appear to be functioning normally. Not seeing any signs of any significant standing water. I don't know how long the system has been out of use. I'll probably go ahead and run water once I push the camera through, just to check to see if this line is bellied and holding water in any areas. It's kind of common when you have an outbuilding that's in the back and it's been tied up to a structure that's actually a higher elevation. And back in what looks like the plastic piping here. The overall condition of the line here. I'm looking for a branch line coming in along the right side of the pipe here. That's going to indicate where our main structure ties into this system. I believe it's just going to be running along the right side of the driveway. Got a clean-out access here, I believe. About the 100-foot mark. I'm guessing this might be in the original branch of the main line coming off, and we're connecting in somewhere towards the front of the property here. I'm going to go ahead and get around this corner. Turn some water on. I'm going to locate this, see if I can get a better idea of the configuration of the system. Alright, so we do have water coming down both sides of this Y fitting. So it tells me these lines are kind of run next to each other. One that exits the main house over on the left side, or excuse me, right side. And and this guest house line are probably the run separate. They're run separate all the way up to the front of the property when they're tied back together. And just before we exit, just to the left of the driveway, see if we can get around this corner from here. If not, I'm going to have to reset to the main house and see how I'm going to get through it. So this here is a section of the older original cast iron. This piping, it's in pretty poor condition. You can see that it's got really heavy to excessive rust and scale buildup. It's not common for this type of piping to run out into the street, but it is possible. Here's where they're connected to our clay. So there's a section here of this old original cast iron that really should have been upgraded. It has not. And now we're connected into the clay lateral. This is the pipe that comes from the public sewer near the center of the street up to the property. This is a 6-inch pipe. So far it seems to be in normal operating condition. Common conditions in these clay pipes are things like minor shifting and settling of the pipe sections, minor cracking in and around the joints, and root intrusions at the joints. Here's a good example of some shifting here. Can't see that the pipe's been compromised necessarily. We've got some mortar at the joints here as we make this turn. That's kind of typical. Should be looking down to our public sewer right here. All right, I'm going to start my recording. I am going to mark out that cast iron section. I'm going to recommend that it should be upgraded. It's to the point now where it's going to start failing pretty soon. But first I'm going to find a way to get the camera into the main house so I can take a look at that line as well. Alright, so I've dropped down through the building's main waste vent that comes up through the roof, and pushed up to the right side exterior of the house here, and we're making a turn just up ahead of us here. We've got some real standing water in our system. So we're running now along the right side of the house, it looks like, and this is the original cast iron main sewer pipe. This is the same kind of piping that we saw, so it looks like when they put that addition in, or put that guest house in, they ran a new line and just tied into the old one, which is generally acceptable. It's just this old cast iron line is about the end of its service life. Definitely recommend that it's time to go ahead and replace it. So I'm going to push out again to the clay. Here's just another example. It's starting to fail. The cast iron is starting to let roots intrude through the wall of the pipe. Here's that newer fitting we saw. I believe that we're going to have another 10 feet or so of this cast iron pipe. I need to make sure that when this pipe is replaced, I do go ahead and go past that plastic fitting. They don't think that that's the end of the iron. I'm going to locate this, and then I'll locate where the pipe's exiting the structure. It does appear that pretty much the entire waste drainage system for the main house, being the main sewer line underground outside the structure and the piping underneath the structure, are ready for replacement. Alright, so I've gone ahead and put a red marker flag at the left edge of the driveway apron, right at the curb, indicating the location of the pipe, about 6 feet 10 inches below surface grade. That's the end of this cast iron pipe as it meets the clay. So from where the pipe exits the structure on the right side, right by the crawl space access out to the curb face area of this original primary line. It's our recommendation that it be upgraded to a modern pipe material. Now, the clay portion under the street is in good condition. No reason to recommend any repairs or replacement on that section. We simply recommend that it is monitored. So I'm going to go ahead and conclude the video portion of this examination. My written report will reflect my final findings and recommendations. Now, we do recommend that all main sewer lines are examined after any significant seismic activity, and that all main sewer lines should be examined every 2 years to monitor the changing conditions in the system. This is Mark Harrison with Sewerline Check Professionals. Thank you very much, and have a pleasant day.